Another stream. I am Old Guy with a Joystick, and tonight I am playing Stash, a new, up-and-coming, in-development MMORPG. The game is designed with an aesthetic that's sort of a throwback to the old tabletop days when everybody had a little figurine with a base on it, and that's kind of the art style that they go with in this game. So tonight, I am going to try everything I can to gather a ton of experience points because I want to go up a level. And this means I'm going to have to do some grinding, I'm going to have to do some fighting, going to have to get a little interaction with other players going on, and I'm going to get it underway for you tonight. So let's start by going off to the inn. The inn is where people gather when they want to heal or exchange buffs. And if I'm going to go into a combat situation, I need all the buffs running that I can get. So I'm going to offer a few buffs for free to people out here and try and get some other people to show up and give me the buffs that I can't give to myself. So here we go. Let's ask around, see what I can get. Can I get some buffs at the inn? Please. Okay. Little smiley face, boop, and there we go. And while I'm at it, I'll throw some buffs out on other people. And there's one, and two. Okay, I'm going to save the buff for myself for when we actually head out into combat. The reason for that is a buff only lasts an hour, so I want mine to last as long as possible since it's the one that most directly influences my offensive capabilities. So let's see, we just got one here. It's the Agility 1 buff. It gives us a little more dexterity, which lets us try to go first in combat. Always useful, you know, the first look, first hit, first smush kind of theory of combat. And gives us some extra luck, which can be useful when determining what kinds of treasure that you get. Okay, let's see. So let's see if we can't get some more buffs going on. Looking for a Fortitude and Bulwark buff, please, at the inn. And the Fortitude buff gives you more hit points. It also gives you more strength, which is only really important if you're playing a warrior class. And I'm not. I'm playing an elementalist, which is, you know, your spell casting, I will zap you from a distance kind of class. But we're very squishy, so those extra hit points can come in handy. Bulwark actually increases your armor, which helps with the squishiness part in another way by sort of mitigating some of the damage that you would take otherwise by increasing your armor value. Oh, here's somebody else handing out buffs. Let's go over there and buff them and see if they will return the favor with a buff I don't already have. Okay. Come on, people. I'm streaming live on Twitch right now. Anyone giving buffs gets instant internet fame. Well, okay. Instant minor internet fame. Hey, thank you for the buffs. Okay, so we're getting a lot more buffs than we originally bargained for, which is awesome. So we'll hand out a few of these in return to say thank you and sort of give a little recognition to people because it's very kind when people are doing this sort of thing for you. So thank you to Jenny Furfer and to Brave Rune and all the others who are handing out buffs at the inn tonight. You have really gotten things off to a good start for me, so thank you very kindly. Alright, we're going to head out and go find a dungeon to stomp around in and smushulate some bad guys, or die trying. And that may happen, I may actually get smushed myself because combat is a dangerous thing, otherwise it wouldn't be called combat, it would be called pillow fight or something equally goofy. So we're going to try to avoid the goofy side of it and try to appear really big and bad and dangerous in my little purple robe there with my giant smacky stick. Which, you know, it is what it is. If I wanted to look all musculature laden and roid ragey, I would have picked a warrior. But that's not me. So now I'm looking around for a dungeon to enter, that is of the right level for my character. I need something that's either in the 10 to 20 range or something that sort of covers that. My character is level 12 right now, so I need something that will cover that level range and hopefully be a private dungeon so that we don't have other players coming along and stealing the monsters out from under us. So let's see, here's one. Random private dungeon, ruins section, level 5 to 14, sounds perfect. Let's go. All right, in we go. All right, so here we are in the dungeon. We have some puff elementals, we have some void toadies, and some morbid skeletons around here. And you can see there are quite a few of them in this dungeon, so we're going to clear this place out. And we have come to their house to take all their goodies and, smush them. Because smushing is very important. It's definitely a part of the equation here. All right, so let's move forward a little. Can I get within striking distance? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just barely. I think I can do it. So let's see. That guy looks like he deserves a blast of fire in the chops. Zappy, zappy. Oop! And he's hurt. He's hurt. Down to 31 hit points. Now, I made a tactical mistake here. I forgot to check to see if any of these guys were, like, heroic-type bad guys. So this one says normal. You see Puff Elemental, 12, indicating it's a level 12 monster. And normal. This one is also normal, and this one is also normal. That means none of them are, like, officer class stuff. If it said lieutenant or champion or elite, that would mean they have more hit points and hit a lot harder. Okay, so I put some fire into this guy, and then I used an area of effect spell to whittle the hit points down off the others. And now I'm going to run away like a little scaredy cat, because that works against these guys, since they're slow. So I will try laying the zap down on this one. That should finish him off. Boop! Down he goes like a sack of wheat. And you notice the other guy couldn't quite reach me, so now I can simply give him a little blast in the chops, and down he goes. Goodbye! Okay. And let's see. No, if these guys were glowing, if the corpses were glowing, it would mean you could loot something off of them, like leather or parts of their armor, that kind of thing. So we don't get to do that this time, but we do get a treasure chest. So let's see what we get. Some fire essence. That's a crafting material that's always nice to have. And tough nails. They're something you use to upgrade the buildings in your base, called your base of operations. Your sort of home base from which you store all your crafting stuff and all your loot. So we'll take that too. I can't use this armor or shield, so I'm just going to leave them there because space is limited in this game, and I want to carry out as much useful stuff as I can. So I took a little bit of damage, down to 91% hit points, but I'm really low on mana, so I'm going to use a bit of food here. When you eat certain kinds of food, it gives you back hit points and mana. So this one is called Basic Street Fish. This batter-fried fish, wrapped in banana leaves for easy handling, is sold by street vendors, which of course makes it sound so much more appetizing when you think about fish in banana, but what the heck, it's a game. This is an intelligence-enhancing food. Now that's important to know in this game, because if you go up a level, your stats can improve, and what happens is the maximum value a stat can have goes up as your level advances. And you eat the appropriate type of food to increase your current stat level closer and closer to that maximum. So if I needed more intelligence stat, I would eat this stuff anyway. But it also, as you see, gives back 23 points of mana, which is a pretty good amount for each one I eat. You'll see the little blue bar at the top right slowly filling back up as I nom 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 on it. All right, next. More elementals. Okay, so there's only two. This is either going to be a really easy fight or there's going to be an officer type in it. So let's see. Lieutenant. All right, now you notice the first guys I fought had 260 hit points. This guy has twice as much. That means it's going to take several hits to knock him down instead of just one or two. This one's normal, so he'll be an easier target. So let's move just into range here and throw a little fire, Scarecrow. Yeah, okay. If you're a Wizard of Oz fan. All right. And I need to get them to stack up so I can use that area of effect spell on them. But this guy I threw some fire at, and you can see it says Puff Elemental 12, Lieutenant. It tells his health and his mana levels, and then there's a little flickering flame icon there. That means he's ignited, and that means I can use this other spell, which only works on targets that are ignited, but it does a lot more damage. Bloop! See, that one did 316, that finished him off. So I don't even need my area of effect spell. I'm just going to back up a little bit so this guy can't quite reach me. He can move 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 would put him into melee range with me. So I'll move the 4th one, and then I will fling some fire at him. Toasty! Okay, and then I will, since he should be finishable with one more attack, I'll use a little lightning. Bzz. Okay, down he goes. Now remember last time I was talking about glowing corpses? You see the little sparklies coming off this guy? That means you can use the harvest command to try and get some loot off of him. So I have to move next to him, and then I click harvest, and we cross our fingers. Do we get him? Nope. It said failure, need more practice. That means the force was not with me, and I blew it. But that's okay. All right, treasure chest. We get some more air essence and fire essence. Those are those crafting materials I was telling you about. And then pumpkin pie. Which is delicious in real life, but also in the game it's very useful because it has very, very powerful healing and mana restoration powers, so we're going to keep that until we need it. Okay, next fight. Next guy is Void Toady. Now, the other monsters I've been fighting against usually have some weakness, like the little cloud guys you see here. If you zap them with fire, they take extra damage. So most stuff has some kind of weakness like that you can exploit if you're an elementalist. Void monsters have no weaknesses, which is not good. By the way, tonight is hot tea night. I normally drink iced tea during these things, but tonight it's hot tea. I have a little bit of a sore throat going on, and hot tea is yummy and soothing for that. All right, Void Toady, let's go. And they're going first. Remember I talked about dex. If you have a low dex, other stuff moves before you do. So let's take a look. This guy is normal. This guy is normal. This guy is normal. Fantastic. That's what we want. Now you notice he only moved 3. The skeletons and the void guys are all slowpokey. So we're going to take advantage of that. And we are going to let them get all slowified and sort of kite them. We're going to run away while shooting over our shoulder sort of thing. And that will hopefully minimize the amount of actual damage that we take. See, that's the goal. That's what kiting is. It's sort of fighting a retreating battle while you flee or circle an enemy to keep them from getting into their optimal attack range. All right, now there's a special order on this combat called That Which Does Not Kill Me Makes Me Stronger. Finish the battle with no more than 50% health. Now, if you actually meet this criteria, the loot gets better. But getting, beaten up really badly for a little extra loot doesn't always seem like the best of ideas. So I'm going to run away and see if I can keep the damage level to a minimum. But if it looks like I'm sort of borderline, I might let the last guy knock me around a little bit to sort of get below that 50% level and see how we do. All right, let's see. Throw a little lightning, zap, and he's down. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be even remotely close to 50%. I have 82% health left. So we're just going to back away and keep on zapping. We'll use an earth magic spell and drop some rocks out of the sky on this guy. Plunkety, plunkety, plunkety. Okay, there we go. And let's see. Yeah, he's down pretty low. How's my health looking? 73%. Not worth letting him beat me up. So I'm just going to finish him with a spell. And down he goes. Stick your finger in the socket, and that's what happens, pal. All right, we're going to walk over here, and since he's glowy, we're going to see if we can harvest something from him. Hey, and I got some cloth, which is a crafting material, and a little bit of experience points, which you can see over here. All right, time to check the treasure chest. So we get a big stone block, which is another item you use to improve the base of operations, or BOO for short. And a ball of dough, which is a useful crafting material for chefs. And since there's some chefs in my clan, I will see if I can hang on to that and give it away. The other stuff is useless to me, so it gets thrown away. Okay. And let's move over here and get ready for our next fight. Taking a look at our health and mana, it looks like it's time for some pumpkin pie. So let's go to... I don't have it in my inventory in a place where I can use it. That's not fun. Let's go over here and go to our non-combat item use bar and drag the pumpkin pie onto the bar, just so we can use it. Plonk. Okay. Now, it's not updating. Well, it'll update once I go into combat. But for the moment, we're going to heal up and we'll save the pumpkin pie for next time. There. Now, full strength. Let's go blast some clouds. Okay. A lot of guys in this one. 4 enemies. I am hoping none of them are officer class, because when you have a large number of opponents and one of them has all those extra hit points and damage potential, that's kind of bad for an elementalist, because like I said earlier, we are squishy. We do not have a lot of armor. So let's take a look. We have Morbid Skeleton, level 12. He's normal. 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 Woo! Okay, everybody's normal. We like that. And let's see. Let's throw a little fire at this guy. Zap, zap. Boom. 224. Not bad. Okay. So he can be one-shotted next time. And I think I will just bonk him with my giant stick of doom, because that's how I roll. Actually, you know what? If I go over here, I might be able to get these other guys to sort of close in on me, and that would be what I need to use my area of effect spell. So I'll do that, finish this guy off at a distance, and then let them all crowd around so I can lay the big zap down. Or in this case, the big snowball. Because the area of effect spell I have is a cold spell called Frost Breath 1, which is basically you huffing and puffing and blowing their house in with a blast of cold air. So let's see what we do here. Here we go. Oh, look at those nice big damage numbers. Okay. Nobody's actually dead from that, but they're all easily one-shotted. You see, he has 57 health left, 48, and 60. So I don't even have to expend any more magic power. I will just clonk this guy. Boop! Down he goes. And the other 2 guys get to attack me. And once again with the Stick of Doom. Bonk. Okay, here we go. Oh, and he's glowing. Now, here's an important thing to remember. If you harvest somebody while there are still enemies alive, because you're taking a risk, if you succeed, you get double the stuff. So that way I got 2 more cloth instead of just 1. I thought it was worth the risk. And luck panned out that time, so fantastic. All right. And he's done. Does he glow? Yes, he does. If I am successful, I will only get 1 cloth. But nope, I fail. Now, one of the good things is, even when you fail, you still get half experience, so it's not a total loss. And that's kind of a nice perk. So we have the stone blocks, which we will take. This cowl, which is worse than the armor I have. But here's something. I can't use this weapon, but you see how it says Zornaline Shortbow? That means it has an enchantment on it. And if you see where it says effects, damage plus 15, that means it's got magic on it, and I can demagicize that back at my base of operations to sort of break this thing down into components I can use for other crafting. So I'm going to keep that guy, even though I can't personally use it, because it's going into my little recycling machine and churning out something useful for me later. All right, let's see. Now here we have our chance of pumpkin pie. Boop! Now you see how much that filled back in here? That was a lot of healing. So now we only really need to do 1 more bite of the other lesser food. All right, next fight. Another elemental. Now different dungeons will give you different types of enemies. These guys are mostly just sort of, well, damage sponges. They don't have a lot of stuff you can harvest except for the skeletons. Other dungeons have more useful targets, but you can't always pick and choose what the dungeon gives you. So I'm going to back off here, throw a little fire at this guy. Now we got a thing here, use only basic attacks. With 4 enemies running around, I wasn't going to risk that. I got a good damage roll on that one, though, and he got taken out. Okay, normal. Uh-oh, a lieutenant. And normal. All right. So, what do we do here? We do what we always do here. We kite. We move away from the skeleton. So he will have to chase me on his next move, and that will put him somewhere like here. And then the other guy will move in, and that'll put them all into my area of effect radius. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to throw an earth spell at this guy and hopefully set him up with a condition like that ignited condition for the fire spells, which will let me use a heavier duty spell on him in a minute if it takes. And see that little double down arrow? That means he can be hit with the big smack. But I'm going to use the area of effect first so that I can hit 3 guys instead of just 2 and reduce all of their strength a bit. Now you notice I'm taking some damage here. This is looking bad for the home team, but I will finish them. Finish him! Okay, where's the bad guy? There he is, the lieutenant. So now we will drop a boulder from the sky on this guy. Boom! Yeah, you like that, don't you? Have a little rock from above. It's like a meteor shower attack. All right, and then we will use the Stick of Doom here. Bonk, and down he goes. Skeleton will swing again, and we'll give one more bonk, and that should get us out of this alive. We live to fight another day. Nothing to harvest. Go directly to the treasure chest. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, but do collect some loot. So we have air essence, earth essence, and water essence. None of these things seem to have special magic effects on them, so they are garbage. All right, moving on. What else we got here? Now, I've been level 12 for a while in this game. The grind for an elementalist can be a little slower than it is for other classes because we have to be more cautious. We have to spend more time healing up between fights, that sort of thing. So it takes a little more effort to go up a level for us than it does for others. But let me show you how you gauge that. Each one of these diamonds represents 10% of the experience you need to get to your next level. So this one means I've accumulated, let's try to speak clearly, 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%, 70%, and then whatever this bar is here, so 73. When this fills up, I will get the next diamond, so that would be 80%, 90%, and then when the bar fills up again, that would equate to 100%, and I'll go up a level. See, that's how it works. So I'm going to push hard tonight and try and get some serious experience onto that bar. So let's see, who are our next targets? Looks like a skeleton. He's kind of blue. I don't know why skeletons are blue in this game, but they are. They're blue. Am I blue? Am I blue? Okay, so let's see. Normal. 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 Fantastic. Okay. So this guy has a ranged attack. A little lesson for you in how to herd the bad guys to, try and get the area of effect blast. This guy can move 3, so we could go 1, 2, 3. And this guy can move 3, so he could close in the gap as well. So if I move here, this guy should approach to here or here. This guy should come straight in, and then I will be able to hit all of them with my area of effect spell. Let's weaken this guy a little bit with a little zap of electricity. Okay. See, and as predicted, here they all come. Now here's a key thing. You see how it says flanked or surrounded when you do some of these things? If you are in contact with more than one guy, and if they have you sort of boxed in, you do less and less damage with your attacks. So I'm going to move away a little bit so that I'm not suffering those penalties, and then I will drop the area of effect on this guy and catch all 3 of them. Boom! Freeze! You're under arrest. Or you're going to take a rest, by which I mean dirt nap. Boop! Bonk! And down he goes. Now I did that better this time because if you're going to take a chance on one of these guys being harvestable, and it didn't pan out this time, you want the harvestable guy to go down before the last enemy. That way you have a chance at that double treasure from him, when you do finally get to use the harvest command. Didn't pan out, but we do what we can and play the odds. All right, nobody harvestable, off to the treasure chest. More stone blocks, more air essence. Okay, now this is a piece of furniture. You can find furniture all over dungeons, which is kind of interesting. It's like an underground furniture mart for decorating the house that you get in your base of operations, or BOO. I do not do a lot of decorating because I haven't really built my BOO out yet, but once I do, I'm going to really want that place to look nice. So that'll be something you'll see me collecting in the future. All right, let's see. Took a little bit of damage, not horrible, but enough that I want to heal up before going into the next battle. Because this is one of those guys that has no particular weaknesses. And there's going to be more than one. Oh, yep, we have 2 of them, plus another cloudy guy. All right, normal, normal, normal. Great. So let's go down here and burn the witch. Okay, here we go. Zzz. Woo! Okay, remember, these guys are slow, so I can count on them kind of slowly chasing me across the map, giving me the opportunity to finish this guy off and reduce the odds against me before they can really gang up. And let's see how close they get. Okay, so they're close enough that they could really chase me down next time, but they are in a nice dense pack, and that means I can use my area of effect and render them one-shottable for the next round, and that will save me a world of trouble later. And once again, since they're easily able to be dispatched with one hit, I can just use the stick to put on the finishing touch and knock them out of the match. And here we go. Here's the wind-up. Here's the swing. Down he goes. Okay. Nothing harvestable because you can't harvest void guys and you can't harvest those little cloudy guys. So we go right to the treasure chest. Okay. Air essence, as usual, always good to pick up. Red bricks, another crafting material for improving your base of operations. Now this is a recipe. If I had the weaponsmith skill, I would want this because it would allow me to manufacture this weapon in the future and sell it to other players for big money. Because unlike a lot of MMOs, the dropped items in this game are almost never even remotely as good as the stuff a player can craft. So the players really drive the market in this game, and that's pretty cool. It's a nice change of pace from the traditional MMO where you can craft things, but the rare loot drop is always better than anything you make, and you sit there thinking, why am I even bothering crafting this stuff? So in this game, you don't have to have that worry. It all just works out because the game is designed with you, the player, in mind. All right, and off to the next cloud. Here we go. And what do we have? We have, ooh, ow. Oh, so you like playing with lightning, do you? All right, let's see what we're up against. We have a normal guy, another normal, and another normal. Fantastic. No really big bads to deal with, so we will kite this one. Throw him a little fire. Whoosh! And one-shotted. Very nice. The damage roll was good to me. Let's see, can I get in range? Yes, I can. I can get in range to do my area of effect. And you know what that means. I'll be able to one-shot these guys on the next turn. Gotta love that. So you come here and you do your one attack that's going to help you, and I will just stick you in the chops with this giant stick. Bonk. Down you go. That's what you get. That's what you get for being a big purple lizard. Barney wannabe. Okay, here we go. And Cloud Guy is down. Don't you like how you see the chest start falling before you even know if the guy died? They really need to make sure that they square away that graphic timing so you don't see the chest land before you actually finish the fight. Okay, so essences. We'll take those as usual. Big stone blocks, more essences. Recipe for a beginner hammer. Again, I'm not a weaponsmith, otherwise I would keep that. And these gloves do not have any enchantment on them, so we will ditch them. Alright. Didn't take too much damage, that one, but I'm not going to risk it by not healing up a little. I'm going to give myself a little bit of mana back as well. And we'll go after this guy. Okay, Void Toady, let's see how you like this. Oh, you're all in a nice, neat pack? Fantastic. Let's see. Normal? Oh, a lieutenant. And it's the Void Toady, too. Alright. Well, let's take advantage of their slowness and give myself an opportunity to set somebody up for a bigger attack later. And of course, it's going to be the lieutenant that I set up for that. And can I get to here? Yes, and that should leave me in range for the big attack if he's on fire. Oh, he's not on fire. I guess that means we try the lightning spell. See if we can't make you all zappity-zappity and get you set up for a big attack that way. And you are. All right, time to lay down the thunder. Take that. Yeah, that's what I thought. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Okay. And a little fire. Actually, let's be creative and let's use a little bit of rock from the sky. Because why not? It's going to take 2 hits to finish him off anyway, so we may as well enjoy a little change in the graphic that we're using today. Oh, use the wrong one. Here we go. And stick. Bonk. Down he goes. Do we get glows? No, we do not get a glowing corpse, so it's off to the treasure chest. No magic, and nothing else useful. That was a very lame treasure chest. Almost not even worth being called a treasure chest. But let's move on, shall we? Okay. Looks like more bad guys over here. Took a little bit of damage. I think that's the last bad guy in this dungeon. So we're going to go and finish him off. Or die trying. Okay, they're kind of spread out, so we have to gather them together if possible. Normal and normal. Well, we may not even have to. They're kind of wimpy. So we'll just zap them as they approach. And I might get out of this with only taking one hit, or possibly not even a single hit, if I move back far enough. So let's lightning eyes this guy. One down. And okay, I'm going to take one hit because I can't keep this guy from reaching me next time, and he'll swing and hit me once, and then he should be done for. Yep. So not a perfect match, but not bad. And do we get anything off of this guy? No. Nothing to harvest. Off to the chest. Perfect wooden plank, yet another construction material, and a useless mace. So off we go. And now we have the fun prospect of wandering back to the ladder to get out of here. And then we will reset the dungeon by sort of relaunching the game. If you go back to the character selection screen, it resets the dungeon so all the monsters come back. And since this dungeon's the right level for me, I won't even have to go anywhere to find the guys I want to smush. And that, my friends, is what we call being efficient, assuming this dungeon is still here when I come out. And it is. So we'll move off. Let's go to the change character screen. And then relaunch. Just double checking real quickly that that didn't accidentally stop the stream, which it does not look like it did. So Fabu. Alright. Back to the dungeon. Doo-doo. And you see, all the monsters are back. Different mix, different locations, but they're here. Alright, let's pay some friends a visit, shall we? Oh, hello, Mr. Cloud. How are you feeling? Are you feeling like you want to get smushed? Because that's what's coming. Wow, 3 of them. Okay. They're all going to be in a nice tight pack, though, which is... Oh, that last guy's going to go late. All right. Normal, normal, normal. Looks like I will have to save my area of effect for the second round. Let's give him a little fire, heat him up. Oh, well, I guess didn't really matter how far away he was. He just got one-shotted. Well, aren't you embarrassed? Let's use a little rock from the sky. I don't know why that works so well on something that looks like a cloud, but it does. So there you have it. And we will... Let's just smack him with my stick. Bop. Not even going to bother using the area of effect this time. A little more fire. You see where it said pinned? I should have moved. That might have done enough damage to one-shot him if I had been playing a little more cautiously instead of trying to rush it. That's one of the problems, is sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself and you make silly mistakes. Alright, air essence, earth essence, fire essence, red brick. Nice, okay. Weaponsmith recipe, again, don't need it. So we'll just leave it there. And our next enemy is looming before us. Put a little health back on us. And get all our mana back, just to make sure we're in the best possible fighting trim for our next encounter. Alright, 3 opponents. Looks like I go first. We have a lieutenant, and that's the one who's glowing with the blue halo. You see how it changes when you highlight him. Then we have another normal and another normal. Okay, let's take advantage of their slowness by going down here and finishing off this guy as quickly as possible to reduce the number of bad guys I will have to deal with at any one given time. And we continue moving away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should still be able to hit him. Let's throw some rocks. Slingshot! Because I'm Batman. Okay, well, I'm not really Batman, but, you know, sometimes you gotta think like Batman, where you can handle anything, and you're like, bad guys, I can take on an infinite number of these. Why? Because I'm Batman. Alright, let's see. Which one's the lieutenant? No, yes. Zap! Now, if you take a look closely with them next to each other, the officer class guy is actually a little bit taller than the regular one, and the more powerful the guy is, the bigger he gets. I believe they're looking at making that more visually apparent, because you really have to look closely to notice it. But it is there. There is a noticeable size difference between the regular grunt and the officer class bad guys. So let's see if we can't put a little fire. Oh, this guy didn't get lit up. Nothing's affecting this guy. All right, so we're just going to have to do a regular spell on him until he keels over. There we go. All right, Lieutenant Skeleton reporting for duty in the underworld. All right, fire! Really? Okay, we're going to just clonk you over the head. Bonk. And down he goes. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing to harvest. Off to the treasure chest. Wow, they're really being cheap with the loot here, huh? What's up with that? Don't you know you're supposed to make me rich while giving me experience points? Come on. The game's supposed to be all about making us advance. Alright, more clouds. See, this is how the grind comes into play. You gotta keep fighting and fighting. And you're like, oh, my life is a never-ending string of combats. And you're like, yeah, well, at least I'm good at it, and I'm zapping these guys from way far away. Alright, normal and normal. Okay, we like. Papa like normal fights. Alright, fire one! Zap. Oh, and one-shotted. Down for the count. I think I'll be able to keep from getting hit at all this match if I'm lucky. Oh, nope, not quite. This guy's going to be able to go 1, 2, 3 and tag me. But I'll hurt him. I'll zap him. So it'll be a one-hit wonder when he gets here. And there he goes. Are you proud of yourself that you gave your one good smack? Because that's all you're getting. Bonk. Oh, and we get to harvest too. That's fair. I'll take that. And I actually get the success. Fantastic. Okay. Off to the treasure. Oh, this is better. Okay. Water essence, red brick, tough nails. Now the shield has nothing, but you see how it says smoldering? That's going to have an enchantment on it. Oh yeah, we like. Go into my backpack for later recycling. I am environmentally conscious when it comes to this stuff. I want to, preserve the underground environment. I don't even need to heal up. That guy barely touched me. Next. Here we go. All right. Oh, 4 guys. All right, I'm going to have to check and make sure none of them are officers because I don't want to have that sneak up on me. Let's see what we see. Okay, Cloudy McClouderson number 1 is normal, 2 is normal, 3 is normal, and the Void Toady is also normal. Fantastic. That's the way we like to see it. We're going to go over here, throw a little fire at this guy in the back, because that's their weakness. Bonk, down he goes. Then they will surround me, and it's time for the area of effect attack. Yes! AoE for the win. Gotta love it. Freeze! Police! You're under arrest. Dungeon cops. Bad monster. What you gonna do? Alright. So these guys are weakened. These guys don't take as much damage from cold attacks as I would like, but they're still able to be one-shotted. And that's the key that we're looking for. So we will throw some rocks at this one and keep backing up to keep them from doing too much to me. The Cloud guys have a ranged attack, so he'll probably still be able to hit me if he has... Oh, nope, he didn't throw the ranged attack. Lucky me. Continuing to back away, we'll throw a little fire. And then 1, 2, 3. He's not going to be able to get to me because of those books on the floor. I like the way this played out. All right. And lightning for the finish. Doo! Down he goes. Sack of potatoes. All right. Essence. And nothing magical to take with us, so we will move along. All right. So let's take a quick look around the dungeon, sort of plan our stuff here. So these skeletons can be harvested if we're lucky. So we have 1, 2, 3. 3 more packs of guys where there's likely to be something that I can get some cloth from the corpse of. Let's give ourselves back a little bit of hit points, a little bit of mana, and let's get the Void Toady out of the way because they're ugly little purple snaky things. And we don't like those. No, no. In the immortal words of Indiana Jones, snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? And the answer is because everybody thinks snakes are creepy. All right, normal and normal. Let's go deal with the guy who has a known weakness first, as that's just sound tactical advice right there. And did not manage to one-shot him, but I definitely put him in a position where I can finish him with one attack now. So clonk you go, and you're done for. All right, there's nowhere I can run where this guy will not reach me next time, I think. Even if I went 1, 2, 3, 4, he could still get to me. So I may as well just throw a spell at him and take the hit that I inevitably am going to take and move along. Now, here's something interesting. It's very rare, I don't even know if it's possible in this game, for you to miss an attack in combat. So if somebody can get within melee range, you know they're going to do some damage if they want to. And that's an important thing to keep in mind. Alright, essence, 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 and 2 pieces of non-magical garbage. Goodbye. And there's our little skeletal friend. I don't even need to heal up. Barely took any damage. Famous last words, right? But I'll risk it, because I'm brave like that. Oh boy, this might have been a mistake. Let's see how we do. So we have 4 enemies. Normal, normal, normal. Oh, thank goodness, no lieutenants. We'll take that. Alright, let's see if we can kite around a little bit, weaken them up a smidge before it's AoE time, and cross our fingers that we can set it up so that when they do finally pile in, that they will, several of them will, take a fall the minute I throw the AoE attack. Alright, let's move over here and throw another attack. Let's see, he's weakened. Let's weaken you up a little bit. And then they're all going to dogpile me. And that's when the AoE goes off. That's right. That's when we nuke them. Because you know how it works, right? Nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way, to be sure. Alright, I'm going to move away a little bit first, though, so I don't suffer a damage penalty. And then... boo! Take that! Let's see how much damage we do, huh? Okay. And 2 down! Yes, that's what happens when you weaken them before you throw the big blast. And these guys are both ready to keel over. Let's help them on their way to the great beyond. Oh, and I can harvest this one. I still have plenty of hit points, and there's only 1 guy. So I'm going to harvest while we still have the fight going on. And success! Gotta love it. I was not paying attention here, so I blew it on the special instruction, which was not to use any basic attacks. And since I finished that guy off with my stick, I don't get the bonus. Well, maybe next time that'll teach me to pay more attention. But maybe not, because I'm human like everybody else. Alright, got a little more frayed cloth off of that guy, and here's the treasure chest. Not bad. Alright, so we have some more nails, which are good for construction. Earth essence, which is good for crafting. Plank, which is good for construction. We have some furniture, which I do not need, and we have a bow that I can't use and is not worth recycling. Alright, so I took the stuff I need or want, and now we wander off to find some more guys to splat. Okay, here we go. A little mana back, and a little health back. I ain't no mana back, girl. Okay, here we go. And snakes. Anaconda. In the Amazon. Okay, wow, these guys are all kind of piling in. I might even be able to use my area of effect very early in this match. So I'm going to go over here. Ooh, that. I don't know. I need a place where I can go where they can dogpile in, but won't leave me completely surrounded. So I guess I will move to here. That should do it. So let's throw some fire. Whoops, missed with my mouse. Not because the attack missed, but because I can't aim my mouse pointer tonight. And all I've been drinking is hot tea. I don't understand this. There's no intoxicant value in tea, but there it was. A pure miss with the mouse. Alright. Well, now they're all packed in like sardines. So, let's introduce them to my frost breath. Oh yeah, it's Cool Mint toothpaste that does it all for me, baby. Alright, here we go. 1 down, the guy injured. And then the other ones are all easily smackable. And this one says, may not move more than 10 spaces, so I'm just going to duke it out with them in close combat. Show them my kung fu. I know kung fu. Yes, Neo, you know kung fu. But it's not really kung fu, because it's not really you in the Matrix. Oh, he's glowing. He's glowing. And I still have plenty, well, I don't say plenty of hit points, but I can survive this. So we will harvest. Yes, success. And then lay the smack down with the old clonky staff. Bong! Alright, let's see. Well, we succeeded in that. Let's see if we get a useful kind of treasure. Wow, we got a lot of stuff to choose from. Okay, we'll take the construction and crafting materials like usual. And we'll look at these guys. No magic. No magic. No magic. Okay, so we got a couple of options, but nothing we really need because I'm kind of a stickler for taking the best stuff and not wasting the space on garbage. Alright, let's heal up, because that was very painful. And go fight this skeleton group. Yes! Here we go! Okay, 2 guys. Normal. Normal. Fantastic. So what we do here is we sneak around behind this guy, and then we shoot him with some fire. Bonk. 6 hit points left. He's easily one-shottable. So I will use my area of effect. That will get rid of the cloud guy, and it will weaken this one to the point where he is one-shottable. So why waste that huge amount of mana that the big spell takes? Because otherwise it would have taken me 3 turns to finish these guys off instead of just 2, and that means more chances for them to do damage. That's what the AoE is good for, is it allows you to put a hurt on a lot of guys at once and reduce the number of turns it will take you to finish the match. Alright. And Fire Essence, Earth Essence. Ooh, now this is a crafting recipe for something that's a crafting skill I have. I don't know if I actually have this recipe yet, but we're taking it on the off chance that I don't. Alright, so what we do now is we quickly heal up, and we get us back our mana, and then we look in the inventory screen. And we'll scroll down here till we find that recipe, and double-click it, and it will either tell us that I've already known it, or it will disappear, indicating that I learned it. Let's see. Oh, I already know it. Okay. Well, I'll hang on to it and try and sell it later, because there's got to be somebody out there who would want that recipe, who doesn't have it yet. And if I run out of backpack space, I can always throw it out. Alright, I go first. 1, 2, 3 enemies. We have normal, normal, and normal. Fantastic. Let's go get this skeleton first. Make them all chase me. Alright. All the other skeletons try to chase me. Here's my magic. Zap, zap, baby. Alright. Backing up a little bit. Let's see if I can reach out and touch this guy with another zap. Boo! Down he goes. And no glow, so I don't get anything out of him. I'm going to try taking out the skeleton first in hopes that I will have a chance to loot something off of him. And leave the other guy alive for that double bonus. See, this is strategery. Or something like that. Alright, moving away. And here's the swing. Zoop. Do we get a glow? No. Wasted effort, but it's never bad to stay in the habit of doing that. You know, because sometimes it pays off, and that's when you're glad you were being consistent. And he only has a few hit points left, so have lightning. Bzz. Okay. Alright. Nothing useful to harvest. Off to the treasure chest. It affects damage +9 bow, which means I can recycle it. And some sturdy shingles. No magic on that. And that's a piece of furniture I don't need, so we are done with that. And once again, the dungeon is empty. Okay. So, let's wrap up this excursion and see what we've done. When I started, I think I had 73% experience. Now I have 78, so I have done moderately well for the amount of time we've invested. It's time to go empty the backpack out, make room, and sort of finish out that cycle before we start again. So let's wind our way through this excess stuff. Don't want to go in that dungeon because we just cleared one out. Don't want to run over a monster and have to fight again. We just want to go home, like E.T. Phone home, because that's how we roll. Pretty sure I'm walking in the right direction, but I could be wrong. Oh, wait, nope, I'm going the right way. I was correct. Okay. Whew. Gets a little disconcerting, because one of the things about this game is you don't even actually get a compass. They really want you to explore and learn the map. That's sort of one of the intents of the game design, and I don't have the best direction sense in the world, so not always successful at that, but I've eventually, like a homing pigeon, I always find my way home. It just might take me a little longer than the average homing pigeon. So let's go into the stash, and let's unload the stuff. Oh, stash is full, so we're going to have to do this a little bit weirdly here. I'm going to take a few things out of the stash to make room, and then I will put these magic items that I can recycle into the stash, because once they're in the stash, I can go over here to the recycling machine, which is called the disenchanting machine, and feed them in one after the other. So what you'll see is this little purple bar will fill up as it disenchants it, and then if I get anything useful, it will start to fill up in this products window. So let's see what we get here. It takes like 20 seconds or so to go through a cycle, in which time it's a good opportunity to have another swig of tea. Yummy, yummy. It's almost British, but not quite. Let's see, what do we get? Boop! Ooh, 3 things. Good. Okay, next one. Now, I don't have any evidence to support this yet, but I have heard talk among the other players that the more powerful an enchanted weapon or item is, the better the results you get from disenchanting it. Subject to, random numbers and all that kind of fun stuff that comes in games. So I'm hoping, since some of these were pretty good, that I'll continue seeing, several outputs or some really good outputs. What do we get? Ooh, more dust. Good, that's what we want. Everything that this machine produces is a form of dust. So we have sparkling, twinkling, and I forget what the third one is called, but it's basically like rare, really rare, and oh my gosh, I can't believe you found some of that rare. And I'm hoping to get some of the ultra rare stuff out of this last guy here. So let's see how we do. Do 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 do, la 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 la, wah 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 wah. Boop. More of the same. Okay, so we got some good stuff. Not the super awesome, but we got some good stuff. We'll take it. All right, now we can feed stuff back into the old stash chest here. See, even though it's full, if you already have a stack of something in there and there's more room in the stack, you can keep piling it on. So I am hopeful that I have... don't have enough of that. All right. Keep piling in as much as I can, and then try to figure out why some of that stuff won't go in. So the big stone block seems to be the stumbling... Oh, that's why. Because I have 196 units of it, and that stacks only go up to 99. So this would make it take up more than a whole other stack. So if I right-click and I select Split, and I change this to 3 on one side and 4 on the other, I should be able to put the 3 in. Nope. Oh, I was wrong. It's 198 is times 2. I'm a dummy. That's okay. Split. Bonk. And we can put those 2 in. All right. Is there anything that I can ditch? Is there anything I don't need in here? Wah, 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 wah. Or do I have to actually increase the size of the stash? I don't know. Let's see. Can I increase the size of the stash? I have 16 nails when I only need 6. I have 21 planks when I only need 6. And I have 53 bricks when I only need 6. So we will do this and we will get our awesome confirmation. Awesome! That's right. It's awesome! And in the blocks go. Okay. And then we will put this recipe up for sale in our little market cart over here, the merchant stall. So we go Novice Infuser, and we will set the price at 250. Why not? A little inexpensive, but maybe that'll make for a quick sale. So we'll cross our fingers and see how it goes. And let's see. How are we doing here? Do I have anything else I need to do? Let's see if I have some apples. There we go. Collect them from my little orchard. And we have some carrots, which it may not fit. Oh, wait, we got them. Fantastic. I don't have any birds in the coop right now, so I don't have any eggs to collect. That's okay. All is good. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to head back out into the grand wilderness over here. And I have a trap waiting there. It has bait in it, and we'll wait a few seconds for it to update, see if I've caught anything, which I'm not sure I have. No, does not look like it. Okay, so we've been going for just about an hour now, so I'm going to wrap up. But thank you for sticking with me for the rush toward level 13, a little bit at a time. And I will be continuing my adventures in further episodes to be coming at a later date. You all have a good night, and once again, thanks for watching.